Okay, well, welcome to this presentation today, Swiss Gold Global 2.0, and we're going to talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrency. So we're going to go show you how to cash in, of course, of the cryptocurrency trend, how to get paid daily, weekly, and monthly with Swiss Gold Global, and how to get paid to save in certified Swiss gold and silver, and how to inflation-proof your money. My name is Claudia Eifert, and I have been with Swiss Gold Global for 9 years, actually longer than almost 9 years. We are now here around. Now, that's quite some time for a company, of course, and that's really, really great, as well as a good statement. Now, the company was founded in 2008 by Bill Rowell, who's going to come on the call in a few minutes from now. He also established a Dubai-based company, and what we do is pretty simple. We provide precious metal service from the largest, biggest LBMA refinery Argo Heraeus out of Switzerland. So with us, you can, for example, set up a savings plan in gold and silver from as little as 2.97 above spot price, and from as little as $25 you can save, put your money into a gold or silver savings plan, and of course inflation proof your money with that. You can purchase outright gold and silver. We have different items, products, collectibles as well. We do also store for you the gold and silver in the precious metal storage facility, which is a LBMA, London Bullion Market Associated Storage Facility in Loomis, in Zurich, Loomis called in Zurich and Dubai. And I'm sure you have seen all the armored trucks of Loomis, at least if you live in Europe, you know those armored trucks of Loomis. This is where really the wealthy people do store not just gold and silver, but also diamonds and also art. We do also have, and this is really a new latest addition since last year, we do have cloud mining service from the world's leading cloud mining company, that is Genesis Mining out of Germany. And I'm going to touch on those products in a little bit, and of course how they can benefit to you. Our founder and CEO, he himself is a licensed precious metals dealer in the DMCC in Dubai. You see him here as well in the refinery in Argo Heraeus out of Switzerland, in one of the departments, holding on to a $500,000 gold bar. Looks like a chocolate bar, but is actually gold. So our products and services, as you see here on the left-hand side, you see physical gold, silver, and collectibles. So you can save in grams, and when you have enough gram available, then you can convert it into one of those products. You can also have it shipped if, of course, you are in the country where Swiss Gold Global and the shipping agencies do ship to. And this is not in all countries, obviously, because of security. And we also do have the mining, which is the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dash, Litecoin, and Zcash mining. That is, of course, a huge part of our product range. And since this is a huge part of our product range and is a very loved part of our product range, we unfortunately did run out of Bitcoin contracts last week, or was it this week? I think beginning of this week. It is such so much in demand because people are waking up that with mining they can actually make a really, really nice passive income. Dash, Litecoin, Zcash contracts, we hope they are coming back soon. They also did run out. We just have Ethereum contracts right now available, but we do really expect that in the next few weeks we can provide you again with more of those desired products which we have. So why gold and why cryptocurrency? It is very simple. First of all, you've got to understand, and we do long seminars about it, you're trading your life for money which is constantly losing its purchasing power. You're trading your life for this US dollar or for that British pound or for that euro. And you hear people complaining all the time, well, prices have risen, it's increased. Well, what really is happening, and people really do not understand because they haven't got the monetary understanding, that's why it's actually designed to do that people don't understand it, is that the governments, they print and print more of that money, but it's not anymore backed by by nothing, basically. And so they inflate the money, hence you need, of course, more and more of this paper currency. Yet the money you earn most likely through or having your businesses or through going to work and working in a job, they don't increase as quick as the money is losing its value. And so this is why a lot of people are stuck. That's why you're working for a currency which is constantly buying you less and less. And so what has this to do with our company and with gold and silver and with Bitcoin? Well, gold and silver since Roman times has been money. It is money. It is still today money. It buys you the same goods and services like it bought you in Roman times, which of course it's many, many years ago, than it does today. Absolutely the same goods and services. And that is pretty remarkable. In Roman times, with an ounce of gold, you could dress yourself. 100 years ago, with an ounce of gold, you could beautifully dress yourself. Today, with an ounce of gold, you could also beautifully dress yourself. Now, 100 years ago, for an ounce of gold, you would get $20. So if I would ask you today, with $20, what could you buy today with $20? Could you dress yourself really beautifully? I don't think so. And so this is just a very, very simple explanation why gold always maintains its purchasing power. And we want to encourage people, hey guys, you're working for your US dollar, you're working for your pound, you're working for your euro or your Australian Aussie dollar, but you're working for that dollar, yet this every 8 years is losing half of its purchasing power. So okay, you're working for that, but you should put something aside and have it in gold and silver as the hedge against inflation, as an insurance policy. Now, I understand and I have been told gold and silver is not sexy. I get that, I understand that. This is why we do have a sexy product, and that is, of course, cryptocurrency. So what has gold really to do with cryptocurrency or with Bitcoin? And Bitcoin often be called now the gold 2.0. Well, gold and Bitcoin, or Bitcoin and gold, is free market money. Means it's not being created by any government. It is decentralized. Every government issued currency is a government issued currency, is centralized. Now Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies, which are thousands of them out there, they are decentralized. Now Bitcoin, like gold, in order to produce it, in order to create it, it does take work. So meaning in Bitcoin it is cloud mining, and we pay people because of cloud mining, and in gold it is gold mining. So the gold, you need to dig it below the crust of the earth. You first need to strike the gold, then you need to have the miners, you need to have the people, the machinery to dig it out, and then you have to refine it. With Bitcoin, well, this is similar. It's just that it is happening in a very, very complicated process through computers and through those specialists and those miners running, which are many, many graphic cards, a lot of energy and consumption, and etc., etc. I don't want to go into it because it's really, really complicated. But it is created through that. And of course, Bitcoin doesn't have the long history than it has with gold, of course, thousands of years. It only is, we have history till 2009. But what it has similar to gold is a scarcity, meaning there's only ever be 21 million Bitcoin being created, and we know all the gold ever been mined would fit in an Olympic swimming pool, and that's it. You can't manipulate gold. Well, you could put tungsten steel in it. Of course, that's the only metal which would weight the same as gold, but you can't create more gold. In Bitcoin, well, it's the same. Bitcoin mining will happen till 2140. What it means is till 2140, well, then all 21 million Bitcoins are mined. Every 4 years, what's happening in Bitcoin, it's been halved, meaning that only half of the Bitcoins which are created or mined now, which is 1,800 per day, in 2020 in June, there will be only 900 being mined. Another 4 years, there will be only 450 being mined, and so on. So this creates a certain scarcity and of course makes it more precious. Why do we call gold precious metals? Well, because it is precious. So I hope I don't bore you, but this is just a little bit to understand why Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, is really so much rising and so many investors going into cryptocurrency. And you see here our founder and CEO standing in one of those mines in Iceland. This is one of the many, many mines the company Genesis Mining has. And this is where when you purchase a contract with us, Genesis will provide the service for you. They will provide, they will do the mining, and you will get the payments. The payments will happening on a daily basis into your Bitcoin wallet or into your into your cryptocurrency wallet. We're launching the Ethereum wallet very soon, there are some things which people need to know. So with blockchain and blockchain technology, of course, it's a very new technology and it is evolving. So not every day everything goes smooth either. So for example, right now, what we see happening is transactions are being backlogged or transactions are not being processed. So some people who are mining with us, they see in Swissquote Global they have been paid, but they are not having the money yet received in their accounts. So what's happening is that the blockchain, when the money, the payment is pushed to you into your wallet, it on the blockchain shows it is not found or is not yet processed. That just simply means the payment has not been processed, so it could take up to 72 hours. Now, if it's not happening in the 72 hours, it will then do another attempt and another 72 hours. That is just where, of course, there are some variables. You don't have to fear anything. That is just what it is. It's just not always 100% smooth, like let's say a bank transaction where you pay in the money and you send it to a sender and it goes in an instant. They're working on that. There's a lot of things right now. I mean, the Bitcoin demand, the whole blockchain, this is such a growing industry which daily is basically evolving. So that's just a little bit of a little side note. But let's go into more of Ethereum right now. Why? Well, because we are run out of Bitcoin contracts, so we're going to talk about Ethereum, which is absolutely great. I love Ethereum. I see a huge potential in Ethereum. And really the big idea behind Ethereum is the first world's computer, like a unique computer that can be used by everyone. And it's of course a decentralized platform. It runs on many different computers at the same time, and it doesn't have a physical location. In fact, all the new companies now who are creating a coin or creating somehow something in the crypto space, most of them they're running on the Ethereum platform. And when we look at the coin cap, when we look at coin cap, and that's an old slide from a few days ago. Sorry, I forgot to redo that by go live to the blockchain. When we look at the coin cap is an app which you can download. I have it downloaded, and on the coin cap you see all what is the whole market capitalization of all the coins, Bitcoin, and of course the other coins which are called altcoins. So Bitcoin right now is 71 billion, and all the other coins together is 82 billion. So we see here Bitcoin leading on the top. That is like when you look at the stock market and you see the blue chip companies. Well, the first 10 coins, this is like your blue chips. That's your blue chip companies. So you see Bitcoin has the largest market capitalization. But you see Ethereum is just right after. So you see 31 billion actually in Ethereum. So it's a huge market capitalization. It's the second one after Bitcoin. You see Dash here, of course, way, way smaller in comparison. You see Monero here. You see Litecoin, very much smaller in comparison. You see Ethereum is a big deal. It's really, really huge. And that's why a lot of other coins who are getting developed right now, they most likely run on the Ethereum platform. But let's go back to our presentation here, because this is really important for you to understand. So we see this big market capitalization. We see when we think of Bitcoin, what it does for payments, Ethereum does for anything that can be programmed, anything that can be programmed. So it's a platform for decentralized applications, decentralized applications are computer programs that remove the middleman in basically any centralized service that exists. And the consequences, of course, is reducing its costs. So there's no need to pay fees for intermediaries because you do not need them. There's no single point of failure. There's one server to be hacked or disabled. There is no downtime. There's no one server to be hacked or disabled. There's no downtime. And it prevents censorship. So its decentralized nature prevents control of tampering. And it's also fraud-proof. Who likes fraud? There's a lot of fraud happening in the internet, isn't it? Well, it's fraud-proof. The decentralized nature elements fraud and tampering, and no trust needed. Your identity, personal info and funds stay in your control. And of course it guarantees transparency. The blockchain is open for anyone to see while remaining anonymous. And so it can basically create a programmable contract directly between peers, between person to person. And it's so peer-to-peer friendly that it's the 5th largest crowd-funded project ever. It's absolutely crazy. You see coins coming up, dental coin. Why? Well, it's running on the Ethereum platform. Well, because of the dental industry. You see all kinds what you just can think of, new means coming out, new coins coming out, but it's really the platform behind, the usability of that, which of course runs on the Ethereum. So it runs on its native token called Ether, which serves 2 main purposes. And this is Ether payment is required for applications to perform any operations that's broken or malicious programs are kept under control. And Ether is rewarded then to the miners, to the people who contributed to the network with their resources, much like, of course, how Bitcoin was invented. So when we look at the applications, it's true to actually say that anything can be written in code, of course. For the coders, for the engineers out there, you can run in the Ethereum network. And everything which can be written in code can run in the Ethereum network. So of the predicted application fields for Ethereum, they include reputation systems, registering contracts, messaging systems, individual currencies, property managed, and that's why I said individual currencies. You have a dental coin. I think you have a musician's coin. You have all kinds, what you can just think of. Property management, online voting, social networking, finance, everything literally can run on Ethereum. And that is why, of course, just recently I think I did read an article about Russia. They're looking, or it was one of the nations as well in the Estonia or somewhere there, they're looking to have their own cryptocurrency coin for the country to replace its currency. So we see the most exciting applications of Ethereum are probably the ones that, of course, not even been thought of. That's what the founder of and creator of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin, a very young, absolutely smart guy, says. So when we look at the Ethereum price, just January 2017, this is basically like when Bitcoin started. Nobody heard about Bitcoin. It wasn't really used. They didn't know what to do with. Just really some freaks, some nerds. Not to say it in bad words, meaning a good words. They heard about it. But then you see Ethereum all of a sudden, February, March, April, May, June, and now it's going up again. And so you see the Ethereum price is just rising and rising. So long term, of course, Ethereum will rise and will, of course, benefit you. Because what you're doing is you do nothing else than you buy a contract and you get paid. So what do? You do nothing. You do buy a contract and you get paid. What do you do for Bitcoin? You buy a contract, get paid. What do you do for Dash? You buy a contract, get paid. What do you do for Litecoin? You buy a contract, get paid. That's all what you have to do. And that is why it attracts so many people. That is why we did run out of contracts and we have right now just Ethereum available. So what do you have to do? You open a free account, get KYC compliant, purchase a contract, which is available right now, which is of course Ethereum, and insert your own wallet. Right now it's Bitcoin wallet, but it will be, I believe, Bill will update us soon that you can enter your Ether wallet. Right now we pay out, or Swissquote Global pays out your Ethereum mining in Bitcoin. So you even gain from the Bitcoin price there. And that's really it. You get approved KYC and then you get paid daily. When you look at the charts, of course, they change on a daily basis. You have something which is called a calculator. On that calculator, but bear in mind, this changes daily. So as of course Ethereum rises, the price of course changes. As the difficulty to mine Ethereum rises, the price will change as well. So the smallest contract is, for example, a 1 mega hash contract, and it's $30 or $29.99, so $30, and that roughly gives you, or basically you get your money back in your first year, and your second year you doubled your money. That's what it is right now. The contracts, they run 2 years. So they do run 2 years, unlike Bitcoin contracts, which run as long as they are profitable. They have really no ending. The Ethereum contract, the Dash contract, the Litecoin contract, the Monero contract, the Zcash contracts, they run for 2 years. Why is that? Because all what is the difficulty, sorry, not the computation, the cooling, the maintains, everything is already factored in. So you pay that upfront, and then you get net paid out what the calculator basically tells you here. So right now we see in our second year we literally double our money. And again, if I would have done this presentation to you like 3 months ago, this would have been actually 3 times the price. Why? Because Ethereum, the difficulty raise was very small, and you had a higher Ethereum price. But I know Ethereum will eventually again catch up, rise again. I mean, it had a huge run already. I mean, huge, huge, huge. From a few dollars to $400. I mean, imagine that. So it's running more, it's going to run more, but right now you see basically on the current calculation that you can double your money in the second year. First year you get your money back, second year you double it. Still better than any bank. So we can do that also with a little bit of a higher contract, at 10 mega hash. You see, you make your money back. A 200 mega hash contract, again, the same here. You make more than your money back in your first year, and of course you more than double your money in the second year. And again, the payouts, they are shown in the on the blockchain, and then they go into your wallet. So for example, we see here the confirmations, and that has gone through. So you see from that wallet to this wallet, which is all encrypted. If this is not showing, as I said before, right now we have a little bit of a backlog, so we have that transaction are not being processed yet. It just means we need to wait. But we're going to go into the questions a little bit later and explain this a little bit on an example in detail. So how do we want to get started? Well, what are the options? Very simple. You start with a free account. If you wish to just mine, or if you really don't have an intention to build a network. You join with a free account, purchase your gold or silver, or purchase your mining contract. Now, as a free account holder, you can share and make money as well in one way, and one way only, and that is if you're a free account holder, you share this with other people and they purchase a contract in, of course, one of the cryptocurrencies. Then you would get 2.5% on hash power rewarded, which would mine you more money on a daily basis as a free account holder. 2.5% which you would make from any person you would introduce and who would buy a contract. Now, we do also have what is called a network marketing aspect to the company, and that is you want to build a network. It's not a must, but it's certainly you can do so, and then you can get paid 9 different ways. So the ways to get to enter is through a miner package, a silver, gold, executive, ambassador, and platinum package, and these are basically different price ranges because you get more, as higher the price you have, you basically have more product in there, and you have also higher mining contracts that you get from day one more more benefit, obviously, from the mining of your cryptocurrency. But again, this is not a must. You can choose which one fits most your pocket and start with that. But this is really for the people who want to build a network, and we do have a presentation which explains separately all the packages. We don't have time into going into that right now, but basically the difference is free account or affiliate. The affiliate have a monthly $50 membership. In this monthly $50 membership, you get either silver or either cryptocurrency, and 25% goes into either silver or cryptocurrency of the $50. And there is $15 which goes to the company, and 60% of that $50 which is paid out in and throughout the network. And we do have options where you can buy a yearly package so that you don't have the monthly, and we do have options where you can just have the monthly. The monthly is again $50. All those packages which you see here, those are entry packages in what is the networking side. And of course, in the networking side, what you're going to get is from all the free account holders, from all the people who are customers, you're going to get 5% on commissions from these people in the mining. So when they mine, all your free customers or your paid affiliates, you're going to get 5% on what they purchase on hash power. And if a free customer introduces a free customer who introduces a free customer who introduces a free customer, you're going to get 2.5% on these free customers. And you're also going to get 1%, of course, bonus on the gold and silver purchases. In a nutshell, we have what it's called uni-level compensation plan. That is a uni-level compensation plan. And it works like this. You can introduce as many people as you wish. They will be your front line. There's no limit to how many people you can have in your front line. We suggest building with 5. If you would build with 5 people front line and you would help them build 5, you actually would, with that, or you could achieve the top position, the top rank of the compensation plan. There's no caps. There's no thing like you may know from other companies or other compensation plan where there is a cap, where they cap you when you make so much and you cannot make more. Here is really no cap. This is a typical traditional uni-level compensation plan, where really it doesn't really matter if you match this side or this side. It has nothing to do with. You get paid on each person you do actually introduce. And if they repurchase, you're going to get paid. And if they repurchase, you're going to get paid. So you don't need to match anything there. So how it looks like, it's very simple. You're going to get, of course, the fast start commission. So all the packages carry a fast start commission. And every time somebody purchases an affiliate pack, of course, you're going to get also a mining contract, which then mines you, of course, the Bitcoin, or right now in this moment, the Ethereum. And you see here on the right-hand side a little bit of a screenshot of a situation, how it could look like. So let's say you introduce 5 people into the company, as affiliates. They join as an affiliate. Out of that $50, not the fast start which you already cashed in, out of the $50 monthly, let's say the next month, the $50 monthly, you would get in your first level, you make $37.50 from 5 people when they pay their $50. In the second level, if those 5, they recommended to 5, in the second level, out of the $50 of these people, you make $187. So accumulation, you made now $2,225. In the third level, those people you introduced, they introduced somebody, and now you're in the third level, well, you're going to make around 500. In the fourth level, you're going to make, of course, over 2,000, and so on. This is really just purely from the $50 monthly. Then we do have what it's called ambassador leadership bonuses. That means when you reach the position of an ambassador and you have purchased at least an ambassador, executive, or platinum package, then you're going to get paid on all the organization. Doesn't matter if it's 50 levels down, 100 levels down, another 2% bonus on their generated volume. We also have what it's called a check match bonus. When you are an ambassador, you help somebody get an ambassador, you get a 10% up to 20% check match bonus, and of course much more. So that's basically it. If you want to build cash flow, if you want to be paid to save in gold, silver, Bitcoin, well, your next step is to team up, join us, get started. And with that, I'm now opening this for question and answers. I do have our founder and CEO on the call. I'm not sure where he is. I believe must be somewhere in Switzerland. He's on the line, I believe. Bill, are you there for questions?
Claudia, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Great. I'm sorry. I tried to get on the webcast with the camera on, but it's just the data wasn't strong enough, so I'm on my phone. As long as you can hear me, that's great, and welcome to everyone joining us. So what questions do you have, Claudia?
I'm just looking at the questions right now, so just bear with me one moment, please.
Well, while you're looking at the questions, I'll give people a bit of an update, if you like. I know that I only got onto the webcast because of the data a little bit later on, but I'm sure you addressed the situation, that this situation with the Bitcoin mining contracts is actually temporarily. And once Genesis have more, once they commission and launch the new mining farms, more hash power will become available. So it does not affect anyone's Bitcoin mining contracts that you have right now. Payouts and mining is happening as we speak, and payouts also. So that's fine. It just means that the packages and the contracts have available for you at the moment is actually Ethereum, which of course I know that you explained. Also, this is it's the number 2 coin in the world. I think Bitcoin is about 65 billion, 66 billion in market capitalization value, and Genesis is probably 31 billion. So it's right up there. So between those 2 coins, you're covering approximately let's say 60. Nearly 90% of that total market capitalization of cryptocurrencies are in those two coins. So they're both the granddaddies, but the real granddaddy is of course Bitcoin. Ethereum is a different application because it's whereas Bitcoins are peer-to-peer in payments, Ethereum is peer-to-peer in smart contracts, etc. But also has its coin, its token as well. So very interesting, and it's still very early days for it. So as you know, I mine for Ethereum. Claudia, I know that you mine for Ethereum, and it's good to be diversified into different packages. So I just wanted to give you a bit of an update regarding that. What questions do you have?
That's great, Bill. So one of the questions, of course, coming is when people getting confused. It would show in your Swiss Gold Global back office that you got paid. And the transaction is there, the transaction link is there, and I explained that already a little bit here. So the transaction link is there, everything has been pushed, the money has been pushed to your wallets, but on the blockchain it shows that, what I just have put up here, it shows here the latest block, but you don't find the transaction. So why is that happening? What's happening? Because we have people, of course, since the 25th, which are not yet being paid, meaning they are being paid, but it's not yet in there, it hasn't arrived into their wallets. I was touching on that a little bit. This is one of the questions which is going to come. Maybe you want to attach or say something there. I already said it is. So basically, the transaction haven't been processed at the blockchain yet. This can take up to 72 hours. If it's not happening, the payments go back and they will again do another attempt to be processed. I don't know if you wish to attach something to that or say something to that.
Well, primarily, you're absolutely correct. The good thing is that when you see something like this, you know it's on the blockchain. If it's on the blockchain, it's the real deal. It's not a centralized system. It's a decentralized system. So the payments are actually processed, pushed to the blockchain for processing and confirmation. But the mempool is always a bit of a backlog because the demand for Bitcoin and the transactions are escalating all the time. So there's a bit of a backlog. So the transactions are pushed to the mempool, which is like it's a waiting list for the transactions to be processed on the blockchain. Once they actually are processed have a certain number of confirmations on the blockchain, then they are then actually pushed to your wallet. So they're actually in the process, but the Bitcoin protocol, which is fantastic, hasn't caught up with it quite yet, probably because of the huge volume of transactions pending, but it will be processed. And as you correctly said, we've never had any not go through within the 72 hours, but But as you said, Claudia, if it did happen where that particular transaction was not actually processed, it would again then be pushed back into the mempool, the waiting list, to be confirmed on the Bitcoin blockchain for confirmation, and then of course push straight into your nominated Bitcoin wallet.
Correct, Bill. And let me maybe demonstrate this also for the audience here so that they really get understand. I just logged into a test account, which you gave me. Thank you for that. Let me just go into a test account here. And you see here, this is a current test account. Well, it's actually a Swissquote Global test account. And you see here the transaction links. You see transaction links, you see here no link for this reward. No link for this reward just means basically or the transaction was lower than 0.0015 or because right now Genesis is paying out every second day till they have upgraded their servers and they are really up to speed, up to date with, of course, the latest maintains they were performing. Then it's paying out again every day. But right now, so Genesis pays out in bulk, meaning every 2 days they pay out. They pay out every day, but it's just transferred to you every second day. It is only going to be transferred to your wallet. It is more if it is more than 0.0015. Okay, like it here says, 0.0015. But when we click on those transaction links, for example, right now, so we click on the transaction links, let's say I click on my Dash link. Well, I see here transaction not found. Okay, I do the same here. I click on my Litecoin link, transaction no found. I click on my Ethereum link, transaction not found. That is what we just spoke about. That means it is not accepted yet in the mempool. And this could happen up to 72 hours. And if it doesn't happen, it would then again resend and again 72 hours. But you don't have to worry about it. It's going to come. Okay? I hope that explains. I don't see any more questions, Bill, actually, which is good. Means we were clear. And people did understand because I know you have a lot of support questions coming in because of that, but I believe that now hopefully explains it. Now there's many applications for as well Ethereum prepaid cards, and I just ordered mine. So this is a ShakePay card. So for example, you have ShakePay. This is an application where you can have a card which accepts this is a card here which you can have, for example, for virtual payments online, but also as a physical card which would accept your Litecoin, your Dash, and your Ethereum. You have another card here, of course, which is the Wirex card. The same thing, it accepts your different altcoins as well as Bitcoin. So there's so many things coming out as we speak. Of course, there's even a Ethereum ATM now coming out. We know we have Dash ATMs, we know we have Bitcoin ATMs, but there's also Ethereum ATMs coming out right now. So this is pretty amazing what's happening here. So you guys are on the right, in the right time at the right place, of course. That's what I would say. But I don't see any more questions, so I would say everything is good with you folks. Let's then don't drag it on longer. Thank you for listening. Again, we do have all the in detailed explanation on what exactly you get in what affiliate package. We do have that on a separate link. If you wish to know where it is, please send an email to contact@swissquoteglobal.com or ask the person who referred you here. And any questions, please let us know. And with that, well, thank you so much for listening. Bill, maybe some closing words?
Yeah, sure, Claudia. Yeah, thanks for hosting today's call and thanks for everyone joining us. Just an update, as you probably know, we've been working on the e-wallet payment system, so we probably before, within the next 24 hours, you'll be able to pay directly from your e-wallet. So it's a payment, when you buy a product, whether you buy crypto, whether you buy your membership, whether you buy gold and silver, primarily you've had to create a gift certificate, which is a bit of a process. Now, you'll be able to click on, you'll be able to select Bitcoin, bank wire, still use a gift certificate, but now there'll be e-wallet. So you'll select e-wallet and it will actually, let's say you've got $100 in your account and you want to pay for your membership, you just click on e-wallet. As long as you've got sufficient funds to cover your membership or to cover the crypto package you're buying, or the gold and silver package you're buying, it will automatically debit your e-wallet account. And the good thing about this is that for the affiliate members, you're able to convert your commissions directly into other products and services such as crypto packages without having any merchant fees associated with it. We don't charge any merchant fees for the e-wallet payments. So that's fantastic. So if you're one of those generating thousands of dollars a month, you'll be able to take a $500 order or a $1,000 order and take it straight out of your e-wallet and pay for those products or services, and there's absolutely zero merchant fee associated with that, whereas the credit card, the company charges 5%, Bitcoin's 1.8, I think it is 1.7, bank-wise around $30, anything over $500 in purchase, that works quite cost-effective as well. But your e-wallet, when we push those e-wallet commissions to you, is going to be zero merchant fee, which means more products and services for your dollar. So that's going to be good news. So that will be launched within 24 hours, and we'll present that on our next webcast, which is on Tuesday.
We like that. So thank you so much, Bill, and thank you for all the audience. I'll see you on the next presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.